We're making a white minestrone. We're using pearled barley and borlotti beans. You can use white beans as well. You can use canned or from a jar. But it's really a bean and grain soup. The night before, if I'm going to cook my own borlotti beans, those are the little pink beans, little pink dried beans. You can buy them in cans or jars, as I have here as well, if you want to speed this whole process up. And I soak them overnight together.
Yep.
We do this all the time. I leave water on them overnight. They bloat up a little bit and they cook even faster. Now, when you cook the beans, beans are just like potatoes. They love salt. So we wait for the water to come to a boil. We add salt. I add an onion and a bay leaf. Simple. Then we strain them off. I like to save a little bit of that starchy liquid to add into the soup pot as well. It thickens the soup. And I do the exact same thing with the orzo or pearled barley. And you use a cup and a half if you're trying to get a pot of soup, you know, that would feed 6 people. So in the pot to start, we sweat out a large onion and a bulb of fennel. I have a little bit of carrot. They were rainbow carrots, so I have a little yellow, a little orange, equally delicious. A couple of bay leaves. And I was in the middle of dealing with the leeks. Now, we just run our knife through. A little bit of leek and potato in with the fennel and the onion. Guys, you bring me out some garlic. And you gotta throw in some crushed or grated garlic as well.
Here's
And we're gonna throw in some rosemary. Big Ben with the garlic. Thank you, Ben. Anyway, we grate in some garlic. Stir this guy. Salt and pepper. Now, potatoes are just like beans. They love salt. So you gotta go like 2 turns. Did I hit you in the eye, honey? He's used to it. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I like a little white pepper in white dishes. The rind is like gold. I keep these in the freezer, and every time you make a pot of soup or a big pot of sauce, you throw the rind in and it makes the entire thing taste like Parmigiano Reggiano. Then we're gonna throw in a little rosemary. Okay, we're at a good place with this. I'm gonna let that cook out just a bit more. And we're working over kind of moderate heat here. So now we're going to add our cooked pearled barley and our canned or freshly cooked beans. These are borlotti, or the pink beans. And now we add as much stock, I've got 2 quarts here, as it takes to just cover all of that and let it simmer together a few minutes. Everything's cooked. The beans are cooked, the barley's cooked, blah, blah. Now, we're gonna let this come back up to a boil and then reduce it to simmer, just let it thicken up just a bit there at the end. We're gonna make some bruschetta, but we're not gonna top it with anything. We're just gonna char the bread, rub garlic into it, and drizzle it with oil, and then hit it with some flaky sea salt. If you have a gas-top stove, you can literally do that. Char the bread directly over an open flame. If you do not have a gas-top stove, just turn the broiler on or get a cast iron skillet, super hot, and just put the bread flat in it until it's charred. I just cut up the charred bread. John was sweet enough to rub it with some split garlic and drizzle it with olive oil. Sprinkle a little sea salt on it. Normally, we would let it sit out on the counter on a trivet for a while first. I would let this set for a few minutes. You can't eat it scalding hot anyway. And we pull out, can I have the garbage bowl, hon? Thank you. We pull out the rind, the cheese rind. And as you come along, but don't spend too much time on it. As you're serving the soup, you'll eventually come across the bay leaves. No biggie, right? So we take the fennel, the barley, the beans. This is such a healthy soup. This kind of white minestrone. Oh, there's the other bay leaf. Grab it. Thanks, darling. So we fill the bowl with this. There's our charred bread, right? And we kind of soak it at the edges like this. And when we serve, we put a little cheese, Parmigiano or Pecorino, and we drizzle it with olive oil.
Oh, boy.